that was the lion's share of my presentation. There are really 5 anti-amyloid therapies that we had significant updates in the past year on. Those include Aducanumab, which garnered a lot of attention last year, as well as Gantenerumab, Solanezumab, Donanemab, and Lecanemab. Probably the one that's gotten the most attention this year is Lecanemab, because the results of the Phase III clinical trial in mild AD, the Clarity AD trial, was published in the New England Journal of Medicine in January of this year. And that study looked like most of the Phase III clinical trials of the monoclonal antibodies at changes in the clinical dementia rating scale, sum of boxes score. And it did show that there was a significant difference in the increase in clinical dementia rating scale, sum of boxes, by 0.45 points over the study duration. So it did meet its primary outcome goal. So we're waiting to see what's going to happen with that. That monoclonal antibody has been approved under the FDA's accelerated approval program, but we're waiting to see what happens in terms of payer mix. And so I think the whole country is waiting to kind of figure out how they're going to, if they're going to administer this medication, how they're going to administer it. I know the VA has made some statements about how they're going to go about it, and we're waiting to see what CMS does as well. And that's not even to mention what Europe is doing as well. The other monoclonal antibodies, Donanemab is another one that we're all watching pretty closely. There are the TRAILBLAZER-ALZ 2 and TRAILBLAZER-ALZ 3 trials going on. We expect for the results from TRAILBLAZER-ALZ 2 to come out later this year. And that is similar to Clarity AD in that we're looking at mild Alzheimer's disease. The TRAILBLAZER-ALZ 3 trial is a prevention trial. So we're going earlier and earlier into the disease, essentially, with all of these clinical trials. And so we're excited to see how those pan out. Gantenerumab, unfortunately, didn't meet its primary outcomes in the most recent trials, and their Skyline trial, which was a prevention trial, was discontinued by the pharmaceutical company. However, they are sort of retooling the formulation in a brain shuttle form. So the idea is that one's going to have a better access through the blood-brain barrier, and that one's called Trontinemab. Actually, I've never heard it pronounced before, so I'm just guessing on how we pronounce it. But all of these monoclonal antibodies are kind of alphabet soup. So, but we're excited to see what that one shows. I will mention one other thing about Lecanemab, that this is Lecanemab is also being studied in combination with an anti-tau agent. That's Eisai's E2814, I believe it's called. So in combination, up to this point, this has all just been purely anti-amyloid trials of plaques and tangles, that we have a sort of cocktail of treatments that may target both of those pathological hallmarks. So we're excited to see what happens there.